I climb.
I climb.
I climb ULI.
I climb ULI.
I climb ULI.
I climb ULI.
My name is Max and I climb at ULI. I started climbing when I was 7. My dad took me out, my uncle took me out climbing in Estes Park. They set some anchors and I didn't really know what was going on at the time. But 5 years later I still was climbing and done some really sketchy stuff because I didn't even know what death was yet. So I was free climbing and being a fool, and then that all caught up with me and I started realizing that I really liked the sport. I am a lifeguard at ULI. I also teach classes. I help set up porta walls, take walls out to different places and try to promote the sport as well as our gym, which is pretty easy to do because we're kind of a really unique thing to have in the Midwest, and especially in Bloomington. A lot of people don't even really realize how lucky they are to have such a great gym right in their backyards. I go out to Colorado and out west still pretty often, and I talk to people out there and they still know what Upper Limits is and they still know about this gym, so that's pretty cool. I like the people. I like the people that I meet here and the people that I actually work with. Other than that, I mean, it's working with climbing. My other job is a kayak guide up in Chicago, so I really like to work with what I love. Trying not to get burnt out is always difficult. You want to make sure that you're still enjoying what you're doing while you're working at a place like a gym or something like that. So we still come in and we still climb. And most important to me is I still get outside to climb. It really is just more of a dedication to the place as a whole that really keeps me going. I mean, it's just a great gym, and I want to make sure it still stays around. I really like sport leading, but I do also really like trad. I've really gotten into ice climbing in the past couple of years, and that's really started to push it for me because of the risk. So a little bit of an adrenaline junkie, but I mean, I also do stuff like whitewater kayaking, so I really like both sides of the high-end stuff where it's just kind of more of a natural, spiritual thing. It's less of a sport at that point because you're really just kind of battling your mental game, not really your physical game. So it's really, if you climb harder, then of course it's a good time. Most of the time you end up coaching the other person just as much as they coach you, and telling each other to breathe and keep going harder and all that sort of stuff. So it's definitely nice to climb with other people. To me, is more of a spiritual thing than it really is a physical thing. It's a sport that really does make you fight against yourself, especially outside. And when you have more exposure, you just are constantly kind of, for me, I mean, it's innate fear. I mean, you're up above the ground, so of course there's going to be that level of fear, and you have to kind of just overcome that and put it away. So that's what's really cool about it. You're always on your toes. You never really fully get comfortable with any situation, for me at least. So it's really cool that I'm always kind of pushing myself when it comes to trying to climb harder and trying to train harder.